Yeah. Welcome to Ramblings of a Madman Chapter 5 with Lewis. It's our second attempt.
Yeah, I just gave away a couple of bits of information that's supposed to be confidential, but
Yeah.
we go again.
And I'm not in enough money to lose my job.
Yep.
So,
Me either.
yeah, so we thought we'd reset it.
Yeah, I've got rent to pay for my parents.
So what we're doing, we're just sharing stories about stupid people. But I think we'll circle back to that rather than just repeat it all.
Yes.
We can come back to it. I've got some, again, stupid people, but me and my friends. And I'm sure you'll have some as well.
Oh, I definitely do.
One of my favourite ones is one of my friends he lived on your street with one of our other mates, and he was like, oh, his dad left his window out on his car. He was like, oh, I thought I wanted to be nice and bend it back in. It wasn't one that bent. Because he's a bit bladdered, he just
So he was probably wondering why it wouldn't go back in.
yeah,
Like,
he just snapped it. He snapped it fully off the car. Was in his street at 2 in the morning holding a window down.
Seeing if he could just stick it back on.
He got Gorilla Glue, glued it back on, and no one ever fucking found out.
It's like Gorilla Glue is quite strong.
That's fucking great.
I heard about this girl put, well, not like I know, but like on the internet, this girl put like Gorilla Glue in her hair, and it was just stuck. Sorry, I've had an allergic reaction to his cat.
Toast.
Yeah, toast the cat,
Yeah.
not toast itself. But yeah, and but then anyway, circle back to the girl with the Gorilla Glue, and it like she just got stuck in her hair. Like she had to get her hair like surgically removed, like shaved
I've
off.
seen that. I've seen one of some woman who bought like expanding foam, you know, pavement stuff with. There's mousse for it. And she's put it on, rubbed it all in, and then it's gone. Again, she had to get it.
Oh, plaster's nightmare. Expanding foam. I mean, that's like people who try to be smart and just aren't. Actually, yeah. Speaking of that, circling back to the reason why we had to restart this, about people who try to be smart,
Yeah, Ethan.
but are so dumb. Now, I gave away, I said, a few bits of information that shouldn't have been given away, but this time I'm going to think before I speak. So, these people, right, they had a broadband, because me and him worked for a mobile network company. So these people had Wi-Fi with that network company. Now, this Wi-Fi, you were supposed to cancel it with the company before you cancel your direct debit or anything like that. These people didn't even do that. They went to a level I didn't even know. Because my colleague come in and said to me, basically, got two people who were really dumb but tried to be smart. Now, instead of just, cancelling the Wi-Fi, you should. No, I haven't told Ben about this yet. They decided to just send the Wi-Fi back to our warehouse. But then guess what? When they delivered it back to our warehouse, every have lost the device.
So there's no evidence.
No, so it looks like they just got it and chucked it in a skip. So then,
Why did they send it with every?
no, but guess
I'll
what?
happily say every is shit.
That's not every are terrible. Right, Hermes, you can change your name all you want, but we know who you are. But yeah, chucking stuff in my grey bin and going, yeah, it's sound. It's not sound, but yeah. So then the worst part is, right, it's not even the fact they sent it with every. You sent it back to our warehouse. What are the warehouse going to do? They're going, oh yeah, we got a delivery and it's a random Wi-Fi box. It could be a return, it could be a gift, it could be a bomb. Like, I don't know what it is.
You sent the route and it's got a bomb squad down too.
And there's these, instead of getting an email saying, yeah, your contract's cancelled, they get an email saying you're being detained. Like,
Me and Mike had one where some guy sends a package in.
Mike being one of our colleagues.
Yeah, and we unwrap it and it's a Fisher and Price toy box. It's been resealed with duct tape and said it's for the attention of the manager. And we both looked at it going, this could be a fucking bomb. So I shook it.
A disgruntled customer.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, you're gonna die. Opened it. And some guy had been scammed. And instead of doing it, he's just spilt that on the table and just tried to cover it with his hand. As if you've got exorbitant fucking hands. And instead of contacting anyone, he's just sent the two phones into the shop with no details, just two loose phones in a box.
That was like, I had, because people who we were, I mean, I'm sure anyone else who works in the customer service industry.
He's died.
So allergic reaction to his cat. Yeah, I'm sure anyone who works in a customer service industry will understand people can be quite like difficult. But on the topic of broadband returns, I had a fellow once. This is when you still work with me actually, who instead of cancelling his contract and then moving to a different network for their broadband, he moved to the other network, brought the device back in, and just left it there. Now he's never cancelled that because he was still mid-contract, so he's probably got like a £400 bill, which then goes to debt collectors, and then you end up on Channel 4 and can't pay will take it away.
Clinging onto your couch.
Yeah, please. Not the TV, please, not the TV.
Clutching onto a DVD player so you've got left.
No, because you got Big Phil knocking on your door saying, we've got a court written right here, mate. We can come into your house and take your dog. Little Fido's coming with us.
Just walking out with a dumb lad. Just happy to be on the tail.
Just dragging it by his tail.
Yeah. Or paws.
You're worth 300 quid. That's not your debt covered. That TV show is so horrible. I mean, the worst part is, right, you always think these people, to get, never mind end up with debt collectors, but to end up on Channel 4.
Yeah.
It must be like
enough going into the debt, and it's embarrassing enough. But then everyone's seeing you crying because they're taking your last bit of
yeah, and then you're seeing your kids at the top going, oh, I'm going to get me school meals. Like, you ain't going to cover that one, pal.
My Xbox is gone. Marcus Rashford ain't getting you in your Xbox.
I can't play COD multiplayer, my Xbox Live.
Right, mate, we're taking your happiness next.
Yeah, I'm going to chuck your son in this van. Trafficking.
You know, straight into these guys.
So, we're recording this on the same day that Diddy. He's been charged proven guilty. Not charged, proven guilty for 2 out of the 5 charges. Yeah. And a jury of 8 men and 4 women, which to me seems a bit unfair.
Yeah, one was that he kicked the vending machine too off. His M&M's got stuck, and he was like, shit.
Yeah, I need some more of this Serrano on it.
Crack on.
Should we get what? Would you pour this Serrano first or Coke?
This Serrano, I put a bit of ice in the ice bucket and then the Coke. I'll pass you the Coke shortly so the camera doesn't get blocked out. There you go. Got another one me and my mates did. We were only like 15, rocked out of mates house on some holidays.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's about right. And we noticed this front gate didn't have any like bolts on it, so we just took it.
Wait, you just took someone's front gate?
Just took his front gate. We just both. It was heavy as an iron gate.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, mate. It's a front gate.
We just took. Do you know Captain's Pit?
No.
It's just a big pond that people fish at, right? We just left it there.
Well, so you didn't even take it to do anything, you just said, yeah, there's a gate, we'll take
It was at the end of his road. His mum was heavily Welsh.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because when she shouted, she sounded like a female version of, do you ever watch Anton Sepp on the X Factor?
No.
Like, we're going to be like P. Diddy and Asha. He sounds like Rick Ashley.
What, Gavin and Stacey and stuff like that?
Yeah. Have you never seen that one? Like, come on, move your body. Do you know
Oh, yeah.
Them two.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sounded like them. So that we were pitching her getting angry, going, Jordan, where the fuck's me front gate?
No, because she probably woke up in the morning, walked up and gone.
She had to go in from work a hard day, she was a carer.
She knew that as well.
Yeah, she had a horrifically hard job. She gets home after a long day, goes to put her hand on the front gate and her hand just goes through her and shit.
Because it's not even like, I mean, it would have been worse if you stole something valuable, but you just nicked the front gate.
Yeah, we didn't steal it to steal it, we stole it and we thought that'd be funny, and it was a 2-person job.
And you got bored and went, yeah, fuck this.
It was a 2-person job lifting it and we wouldn't help them.
And she's probably walking around one day and going, oh, it's my front gate. Just on a piece of shit.
The other story I told before that I want to say again was me mate trying to get our friend's dad's side mirror.
Yeah.
So he comes up from a night out at like 2 in the morning and he notices that our friend's side mirror's still out. So he tries to be nice and bend it in, but it didn't bend. It wasn't one of them cars, it just snapped off. And he's holding it like this going at 2 in the morning, so Gorilla glues it back on and no one ever fucking found out. Which Gorilla glue? Class.
Yeah, just before again, I cocked up and gave away some bad
That
details.
was before, I'm not saying
It was, yeah. Well, even if it wasn't, it's too late now, you've heard it again anyway.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mentioned about like there was like I seen something on the internet with this girl who it wasn't even like a fashion thing. I don't know why she did it, but she just put Gorilla Glue in his hair, and then he meant was about
It was to hold it still. Oh, the Gorilla Glue spray for wood she put in, I remember.
Mate,
And it was
just get some Tresemme, love. Don't even like. Why are you getting Gorilla Glue?
Just got a headband.
It's like, oh yeah, I need to get some hairspray. I'll go to B&Q. Why?
Yeah, just to hold down here and a good bit of decking.
Get my Pritt stick.
I forgot that's what it was. And in the clip she's trying to move her hair and it's just solid. You're like, no.
I'm not surprised.
You're cooked.
There's two ways to fix that. You either shave your hair somehow or you just get scalped.
You're going to have a head like Guardiola.
Scratches in it. Post-divorce Guardiola.
Do you remember when we were on the live chat to a customer service? I'm not going to mention, not saying what company it was, but we were asking for help on it and he helped us. And then at the end, I just took it off him and went, "Please help me, I'm in the cupboard." He won't let me out.
See, this is on that same live chat service. I done this because I have an account and like a contract with the same company I work for, but I paid for the insurance and I wanted to remove it because I was sick of paying for it. So I went through the live chat, and because these people in the live chat are all from say an Asian country, say Southern Asian, just use a map. So South Asia, that's where they're from, and they're like I don't know, they just struggle with like sales and things.
They're script heavy.
Yes, very script heavy, that's the best way to put it. And I experienced that myself. Because all I was doing was trying to cancel my insurance, and then they were trying to fob me a £13 a month contract, saying it'd be good for a family or friend. Then they put "sounds good?" ? And then I just said, the only person I could give that SIM to is Terminal. And then this person didn't respond. Oh no, they did respond, and I can't remember what they said, but I just went, "Oh, she just died."
Yeah, it can be on a roll then.
yeah, we can use it for funeral. And then about 4 minutes later, because I still need to cancel my insurance, and keep in mind this is on my personal account, they asked me if I wanted to raise a vulnerability or mental health issue case on my own account, and then I was like, "Oh shit."
To be fair, of all the people I've ever met, you probably should have done a vulnerability one.
Yeah, maybe, to be fair, I use plastic plates at home, so...
He actually does.
Yeah, that's a true story. It's actually quite sad, but anyway, we'll get onto that one later, maybe. But yeah, and then and then this woman. So these people are script heavy, so she just kept replying with this. I understand this is hard for you, but everything she had was so obviously copy and pasted because it all had like the quotation marks around it.
Yeah, like she didn't take out the training bits. And
No, she just went like copy paste.
Might as well said, "Hello, insert name."
Yeah.
You know, I done that once in lockdown. He had a few of us staying on for the sales.
Oh yeah.
And I had my intros in that copy and pasted and forgot. And for about an hour until the leader had said, "Ben, you leave it insert name." So because I was speaking to us, "Hi, insert name." I was like, "Why am I not closing anything?"
Yeah, I can't get any.
People in lockdown going, "I'm just lonely, you need someone to pass the time." I'm going, "Oh, don't worry, insert name."
Fallout 4 character or something.
Yeah. Okay, now. Have you got any good sayings when people are done?
No, now I don't have any sayings. I just look at them. I look at the camera. So if they say to me like, yesterday I had a man who was wondering why he had 4 direct debits, and I explained it's because you have 4 phones, and he said, "Well, that makes no sense." So I just looked at him and went. Because I find if you look at people long enough and give their brain, their 2 brain cells enough time to, cause a nuclear reaction, they might actually grasp how stupid they are. So I don't really have any sayings. I just have. Yeah. Oh no, one saying I do have. When I'm sick of explaining things to people, I just go, "Do you know what? I don't know anymore," and then I just stop talking because I'm sick of it. I'm not a confrontational person. I like to just deal with customers or human beings in life until they're done. But I'm getting to the point now with the customers that, I'm not sure about his store, but even though my store's 5 minutes away, we get them all.
It's a lot harder. Yeah.
Yeah. He knows he's worked in my store. We worked there already.
Yeah.
And he was a manager there. But it's
tough.
Oh, it's difficult. It's the people. It makes you question yourself sometimes. It makes you think when you go into another store, is this how I come across?
Yeah. You appreciate the difficultiness of people.
Yeah.
When you work, I will respect anyone who's worked in a retail or customer facing job.
Oh yeah.
So much after. I think it should be managing like in a lot of countries like they do it in South Korea because Son, when he won Asian Cup, didn't have to do it. They do military service.
Yes.
2 years out. It should be 2 years before the age of 30. Everyone has to work 2 years in customer facing retail.
Honestly, yeah, it's the best and worst first job to have.
Yeah.
Because, like me, for example, I'm only 18 years old. I'm not sure the logo on my shirt there. Yeah, I've got my work uniform on. So I'm wearing this jacket. But
It's
like,
actually my partner's jacket, he's cross-dressing.
yeah, well, nothing changes really. But yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about customer facing.
Yeah.
It's the best and worst jobs to have. So, I'm 18, but I've had 4 jobs. And all 4 of them have been customer facing. And I'm not going to reveal any of the names because I don't know, it's not my podcast.
I mean, one was game, it's closed now, what are you going to do?
Oh yeah.
It's gone.
It's gone now, it's literally.
Lay the dodo.
Yeah, rest in peace, guys.
Mike Ashley, big up.
They didn't even keep the jobs either, they just got sent back in.
Yeah, you got a big sports direct mug and told to go.
Slap on the arse and mug and a middle finger. But yeah, so, because it's, like I said, I'm 18 and people just treat me as like, well, I mean, I am a child, so they treat me as a child. But it's character building because it makes you more self-aware. It also makes you realise more, like, how silly and dumb people are. Like, how I'm talking now, talking like this at work would be amazing. I can't talk like this at work. I have to talk like this, and then I have to talk about, so, if you wanted to do this, that's how you have to talk.
Especially in your shop, I spoke to people in between now and how to talk to my daughter who's 4. It was a sweet spot in the middle of how I spoke to 67% of the customer base. Yeah. And they're also really hostile.
Yeah.
Instantly. God, I've drank a lot, Jesus. It's you know what, it's difficult. I respect anyone who can do it.
I mean, it's not the worst job to have.
I really enjoy the job.
Yeah. No, so do I.
Yeah, like I was not a confident person until I started working there.
I was confident, but only in certain things.
Yeah,
now
I really didn't understand social cues.
Like, if I go on I still don't, to be honest. But if I go on a night out now, I'm fine with just talking to random people.
Yeah.
Like the last night out I went on was like a week ago, and there was some fella sat there minding his 4 phones for his friend, and I was pissed. And I walked up to him and went, "Mate, you can go and chill with your mates. I know you don't know me, but I promise I won't steal these phones."
That's exactly what someone who would steal them would say.
Yeah, I know, and that's why he stayed there and didn't. Yeah. He basically told me to fuck off.
Yeah, I would have as well.
Yeah, because I was like, I literally said to him, like, "Mate, you go enjoy your life. I'll look after these phones."
What are the pins? I'll look after them. What's the passcodes?
yeah. Where's the nearest exit? They're okay.
What time does phone fix finish?
What's your PUC code? A PUK code, PUC code that unlocks the phone, just in case.
Yeah, that hard tech lingo.
Yeah, because I'm a very technological man. That's why I struggle to change an email address for people.
Yeah, it's a fucking experience. I think everyone in our company should have to do a shift in our shop.
Oh yeah.
Because people just don't get it. And again, though, I do love it because before I started working with me, I was a fat kid with no game and a double chin.
I was that like 4 months ago.
And with a mullet.
Well, I say no game. I don't know what I'd done, but me just existing seemed to work for a bit, but now I can actually talk.
Yeah, absolutely fucking slayer he is.
Oh yeah, mate, of course.
When he had his interview.
Oh god, he interviewed me along with him.
Yeah, he had his mullet, this blue jacket he'd just come from game.
Yeah, it was 10 minutes
and
late.
I looked at one of my colleagues, Zach, and I just looked at him and went, give him no hope after the two with me and the other manager who, I won't name just because he doesn't deserve the clout.
But he's a dick.
Yeah. I'm not telling him about this. He's never find out about this podcast. He still works for the company.
I think he knows it though.
He's got to have some sort of self-awareness.
Of course he does.
Jesus Christ.
Mate, getting rejected 3 times on Snapchat by a girl who's more than half your age. That says all you need to know. Like he'll turn off his phone when the screen goes black and just start crying because he sees himself. If you're watching, I'm sorry, mate.
I'm not top there now. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, mate, about our lovely friend when you were interviewing me?
Oh, that was it. And the second interview was done, we both looked at each other and went, yeah, he's got the job. 100%. And the fact that I dismissed it you so quick, I am definitely sorry about that.
Sorry,
Because
mate.
I instantly looked at the mullet and went,
Yeah, don't worry. There's only one person I've ever met who liked the mullet, and she's southern, so it doesn't really help much.
yeah, she's from Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah.
She talks like this, like Forrest Gump.
First shift of her, she was talking about shrimp.
Yeah.
Like,
We went in the back on her lunch and she had like it was some rump back steak or something like in the air fryer, but yeah.
She was like, we can cook shrimp, we can bread shrimp, barber.
My mama says I love shrimp. Oh, my shrimp shop, my shrimp and bowl.
My mama died. And Jenny got AIDS.
I got syphilis.
Lieutenant Dan lost his legs.
My balls are itchy.
That was sounded like a southern Stephen Hawking computer.
My balls are itchy. How do you reckon he did it, just balls? What do you reckon he did?
Do you know apparently he went to Epstein's Island?
I don't what like a... Actually, I read that.
It could be bullshit. I hope it's not though.
He cheated on his wife in hospital. Like, how can a paraplegic cheat on his wife?
Well, you can't really push the nurse off, can
Yeah, but that's the thing, he technically got, like, raped.
you?
I mean, you can call it
Tell you
consensual,
what, man.
but
Diddy was ruthless.
he's talking through a PS5, like, he's
Diddy
not...
was absolutely fucking ruthless, man. Stephen Hawking, wow.
You heard of the freak offs?
Yeah. That's how he ended up in this chair.
Yeah. No, because I think, right, apparently the freak offs are like the after party. So you have people around just for, like, the normal party. Then the people at the after party, you just come into the living room and it's just there, like, who want to get freaky?
Just a big box that gets like the pineapples and the bagel. It's like, who's getting
Well, he stood there with a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, weirdly shaped watermelons. And then he's got a bunch of, like, this throne of baby oil or something.
I'd seen a meme, and it was SWAT team falling downstairs. It's like, should we try and get up P. Diddy's baby oil stairs?
I feel bad for Justin Bieber, man. He still can't sit down normally to this day, and it's been like 20 years.
It's actually really sad when you look back in it.
That's why his mind's so gone now.
Yeah. Man, it's looking back and seeing him now. Have you ever seen them in interviews together? And like,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like looking, oh man, that's fucking heavy, man.
I've seen this one interview where like all the crowd and this TV presenter are laughing, but Justin Bieber and Diddy aren't laughing because Diddy's like rubbing his shoulder saying he knows not to talk about what we do,
Yeah.
and obviously what we do means he's getting bummed crazy style. But like,
Yeah, you're cooked, there, man, with your allergies.
oh yeah, my eyes, my sneezes, I'm gone. This is all
And
downtime.
the constant.
Yeah, I apologise for this, guys. I'm on peak form though, don't worry.
I just can't wait for the collaboration album of R. Kelly and P. Diddy in prison.
Oh no. No, because it's gonna, instead of like, I don't know, you associate prison gangs with like stabbings, and now it's just gonna be bummings. Well, it already was bummings, to be fair. No, because imagine going to your cell and it's just R. Kelly with his like, cock out getting ready to piss on you, and P. Diddy just rubbing his hands together because the guard snuck in some baby oil for him. Like, you ever seen that thing where it's like, would you choose 500k or a dinner with R. Kelly? And a dinner with R. Kelly's just getting pissed on.
Dinner with R. Kelly pays off my mortgage.
It's always pay off the mortgage.
Any question you ever ask me is, how many to pay off my mortgage?
I was gonna go into something there, but I can't do that. That's a little too close to my job about the topic of what would you do, and his answer
we can't
always
talk
enough
about
to
it,
pay off the mortgage. Don't worry, guys. Maybe in a few months' time. Right now, that's a fresh topic.
I just looked down at my notes and I've got my favourite sayings to describe dumb people. And one of them is as slow as coastal erosion.
What do you even think of that?
I forgot it. Now someone used to describe Casemiro as it. Like, you're watching his highlights and you went, like, man, it's as slow as coastal erosion.
I've never seen a footballer who looks more well suited to run a kebab shop. Like, but not like a good one, like we're not talking like a German doner kebab. We're talking like
A boss man kebab shop.
like Romanian.
Next door to a vape
Like the
shop.
corner shop next to it, he owns that too. Like his full-time money launderer, part-time kebab
One more
shaver.
drink away from just getting racially charged the other marine.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Nothing against Romanian people. They're my favourite customers.
To be fair, they are always nice.
That's how I earn my bonus at work.
They're actually always sound as
I
well.
just walk up and go, do you want 3 tablets? And you just go.
Honestly, I reckon I probably had 100 kickoffs in my 10 years in my job.
Yeah.
I reckon 3 are probably...
Do you know what the worst kick-off me and you have? The man who did not believe the iPhone 16 Pro Max was an iPhone 16 Pro Max.
So I just want to say...
This is an all-timer, this one.
Before we get into anything, nothing is ever racial or anything prejudice. We just serve so many people, and we did in that shop. So it was about 200 people a day from every background you can think of, because it was in the city centre of Liverpool. So we served everyone of every nation.
Yeah. If you get 10 people walking that store, one of them is English, the rest are from all different areas of the world.
And most of the time, it's actually amazing hearing people.
The Google Translate bit's a bit awkward, but
that actually happens a lot when you Google Translate.
I've got an app. I've got a Samsung phone, and I've got something called the Interpreter app, and that's worked wonders for me.
So that live translate now, by the way.
Oh, it's so
Have
good.
you used?
I haven't used it yet, but I think it's only on Gemini or
it's
Google.
Not advertising or doing
Anyway,
anything for anyone.
back to this man who caused me a lot of sadness and him a lot of sadness. So we'll start it off. He was from Nigeria, and I served him. I was the one who done the contract for him.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get an iPhone 16 Pro Max. He was
Everything
already
started off really sound.
He was already with our company.
It was 20 minutes before we closed. He came in as well. Yeah, you tell it.
So he wanted this new phone, and he already had a contract with our company. So I was like, okay, fine, can do that. Helped him set up the contract, done it, and then as I can't remember what I was. I think I was putting it through our till system, so the order actually gets processed. And he picks up the phone. He's looking at it and he goes, "This is not 16 Pro Max." And I went, I think it is, mate. But at that moment, I didn't think, oh my god, this is going to be horrible. I wasn't thinking that. I just thought he was joking, trying to be funny or something.
I'm in the back,
because it was you and Meg. I don't know if you mentioned earlier on the first.
I think that was the first one we had to get. A colleague of ours, and I'm just doing close down manager tasks in the back. Because we were closing in a bit. I also just want to segue this in there. Again, not racially provoked at all.
No.
And, ignore the dodgy accent he just did.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I like I said, I do things before I think. Oh no,
it's a very passionate story because in my 10 years I've never
I had to call my dad
pushed like this.
Yeah, this man, so I sold him the phone, and then him and my current colleague, his previous colleague Meg, was also in the back of the office with Ben, doing, because you're on the close, you got to close the store, clean, all that stuff. And this man then starts losing his mind, going, "This is not 16 Pro Max.
Yes.
This is not."
Getting really aggressive.
Yeah, I wasn't worried because I was like, if he tried anything, I wasn't too bothered because I didn't think he would. But he was getting really, really just in my face and stuff. So then I went into the back office and said to him and Meg, he doesn't believe me, this is the phone, he's refusing to leave. I don't know what to do because I've never had anything like this. And even to this day, touch wood, still haven't had anything like this.
The biggest issue of him was because we did the transfer. We used to do the transfer.
Yes, I transferred he had a 13, an iPhone 13 stamp. No, it was a Pro Max.
Was it a 13 Pro
Yeah,
Max?
An iPhone 13 Pro Max, so I transferred his data to the iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Yeah, and it was the background picture of the 13 looked clear on that.
It was a Superman picture, I remember that.
Blurry on the 16 Pro Max. It's because the resolution and screen quality is so much better on the 16. All pictures look shit.
Yeah, there's less bezels on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is the black bits on the edge of your phone.
Yeah, and so then I go out there afterwards and he's saying the same to me. And I know you just said that you weren't worried about kicking, not for hitting someone. I was. In me near 10 years here, that was one of the closest times I thought this guy's going to fucking swing at one of us.
Yeah, because he was losing his mind.
He was getting so aggressive.
And no matter what we said, we went on the phone, we showed, because obviously on iPhones it's all preset.
Yeah.
We went in the settings into the model
I took
of the
other
phone.
boxes out to show him the boxes as well.
And then he wanted us to go and open other phones, and which we can't do because it's even stated on the products, once that seal is broken, the item, basically it begins its 14-day return period.
And if we open one, it can't be sold because it's technically second-hand, the seal's broke, so we can't do that. So I was bluffing and he called me bluff.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes to close this is. No,
No,
it
no.
wasn't. It was about
No.
20 minutes after.
Yeah, but our shift was supposed to finish at 6:15, but this was at 6:20.
The shop closes at 6.
Yeah.
6:20. I say to him, right, fine then. I will walk you to Apple myself and get them to confirm it because they're open till 8. Me thinking he'll say no, because no one would ever, in the right mind, say yes. He
The
goes,
Apple Store's about 10 minutes from where we
he goes, okay, and instantly I was like, oh god, fucking damn it.
Yeah, so me, Ben and Meg ended up walking this man to Apple. We get in the Apple Store, Ben explains to the security and the staff what's going on.
To their manager, and the manager of the Apple shop, which this is really important to the story, is a small petite blonde woman who's absolutely lovely, really professional. She confirms that it's a 16 Pro Max. He starts tabbering over her, going, "You're the manager."
Yeah.
Dismissing her because she's a woman.
She said to him, "Is that an issue?"
Yeah.
And then he obviously did have an issue with it.
So at that point, I had to push him out the shop. I was like, "I'm not bringing you here to kick off on these now," so I had to push him out that shop. So their security called L1 security to get him out.
Yeah.
So he kicked off on us, towered over the poor woman in the Apple shop, and then went into the Liverpool One shop where I'm now at.
Oh yeah, he went to a different
I was
shop.
there for another hour. My manager at the time called me and was like, "Are you alright?" And I was like, "You know, I'm absolutely fine. I've dealt with stuff before, but it's probably the most uncomfortable. One of the most uncomfortable I've been saying to a customer."
Yeah, because he was just, when I done the actual sale, I mean, he was a bit peculiar, but, you know, working in a customer-facing job, if someone's peculiar, you just, whatever.
Get on with it.
Someone's just, you know, they're weird, that's fine. But then when he started, because it was just pure, like, I think at one point, this is when we were still in the store, I said to him, like, are you stupid? Are you listening to what you're saying? Because he wasn't, he obviously didn't understand.
Yeah, no.
And it's, you know, if the phone itself is telling him what model it is and he doesn't believe in it, how delusional can someone be?
Yeah. And you know what, not just this guy, Lewis, to lose his mind, but for me to lose my mind and patience with a customer when I've been doing a job for so long, never happens to that level.
I don't lose my mind often because I just struggle to get to that point mentally, and he doesn't lose his mind often because he's good at keeping calm. But that man pushed us to the edge.
Yeah.
He pushed Meg to the edge as well, and Meg's also quite a cool, calm and collected person.
The only other time that's happened is when I had these two guys. They were both from Romania. It was after a pay-as-you-go sim going over to contract. I don't remember the situation was shit for them because we were changing system, and to go to pay-as-you-go from contract used to take 2 days. It took a month. So for the month he didn't have his number, which I'm like, nah, that's fair enough. I'm trying all I can. In the end, he got his mate. He got 2 of his mates down the shop, so there's 3 of them. All 3 of them were swearing up to me. So Jay, another colleague of ours, had to call the police.
Really?
Because it's the only time I've been like, there's 3 of them here, and I was concerned for me, so I thought, fuck, they're going to kick the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's 3 Romanian guys, because all they do is kick the crap out of you and then bounce back to Romania.
Yeah, after you pass me the...
Oh yeah, the coke for your Serrano. Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of like Romanian, Albanian, you know, like Balkan customers. The main customers we get...
What are they called? Balkan? Is that the area that's from?
I think it is. Yeah, so like Romania...
God, fucking that's not a bad racial slave.
No, it's not like that's like an actual area.
I've not heard that before.
Really?
Yeah, I've not heard that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, people from like Romania or Albania, like that.
99% of the time, fucking lovely.
Yeah, they're the best people.
I guess it's like everyone though, and any doesn't matter where you're from, there's always 1% of people who are not nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, those English people I serve are
The
just
worst
annoying.
customers I serve are English people.
I get, because we're a commission-based job. Well, he's not, he's a manager, but
I'm store-based.
Yeah, true, yeah. But honestly, English people, you get the least amount of commission from them. And it's always difficult.
And they are so ungrateful. When you serve someone from like, so I like to talk to them from a different background, find out about them and why they've come over and stuff. And you always say most of the time is, there's just not much where we're from. It's a much better quality of life for us here.
Yeah.
And they're so grateful for everything they get.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. And I always say, and you do the same, so I heard you do it. If you need anything, come back and see me. I will look after you.
Yeah, I just go, my name's Lewis, I'm here most of the time. Need anything, I'll help you.
I even give them me shifts and stuff. You never get, hardly ever get gratitude from English people. There's such an entitlement.
They're just expectant.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a word. but like they just expect
just
them to be on a plate.
Yeah.
And because obviously where we work, it's all sales, negotiating deals, what we can do, loopholes, all that sort of palaver. And even today, I had a man come in and I offered him, it was like £10 a month for something, which was, £10 a month might sound expensive, but for what I was offering him, it was very good.
Yeah, for the same £10 a month in today's market, it's absolutely fucking
But
brilliant.
he was paying £16.50 for less, and I moved to make it £6.50 for cheaper and give him more. And he went, "No, you can do better than that." And I just went, "Unfortunately, that's not how it works, my friend."
My favourite thing.
And he said he needed to talk to his accountant, but he looked like he'd just been sniffing 10 kilograms of coke. So I don't think his accountant was just Jesus.
One of my favourite things that's ever happened as a customer like that, my colleague at the time, this was like 6 years ago, way longer actually.
I was 12. Sorry, carry on, 6 years ago.
Managers discovered this guy. Sent a customer. We had this deal on, it's the last day. And the guy's like, "No, I'll come back. I'll get it tomorrow." And he goes, "It's ending today." And he's like, "Nah, you always say that. I'll be able to get it tomorrow." Comes back in, "I want that deal, it's gone." He hit the roof. And the manager ended up going on the time going, "We told you it was ending. We said don't come back tomorrow because it won't be there."
Yeah. I mean, that's the I can get why people think, you know, and you're like, you know, if you've heard of SCS, they sell like couches and stuff, and they're just going, "Buy a big final sale, biggest ever sale."
I'm pretty sure their name is just BFS, biggest sale ever.
No, literally, yeah, because it's just sale, and it's always the biggest ever sale, but
Yeah.
it's like 4% off, you know, with a scratch
But
on
we
your
actually have sales that end.
And whenever someone asks me, "Will this price be there in a month?" I go, "I don't know," because actually we don't know.
We can come in one day and we go, "Last day of this sim," and
Honestly,
fill your boots.
We only find out about price changes on the day of them happening.
Yeah, it's the same with Apple.
Is it?
Every year,
Yeah.
people come in going, "How much is the Apple rent at launching?"
Yeah.
And like, I find out a day before you, 24 hours before, and then I'm made to sign an NDA.
Yeah, so we can't even talk about
Yeah.
it.
So
So if we do, it was our jobs.
literally,
I'll probably get sued.
yeah. There was a guy who worked for Samsung once, and they obviously got their devices a few months before, and he was playing about the train, so I took a picture over his shoulder, uploaded it to Twitter, and took them minutes to find out who it was.
No, he probably got sued into the ground.
Yeah.
He's probably not even in prison, because prison's too. Oh nah, because Apple aren't the company. I've got a Samsung phone. He's got a Google Pixel phone. We're both Android people. Nothing against people who get Apple products. I just think Apple is more the brand you want to get if you want people to know the brand.
Yeah.
Samsung is the more, or Android devices are more the
It's the market for the people who wear like Balenciaga.
Yeah, that type of people.
Yeah.
Like, because even the design of the phone, you know, it's the matte feel of the
It's the
colour.
simplisticness. Same, in fact, it's the exact same as like Balenciaga, which is just a black with a white logo.
Yeah, which is.
It's literally just the. God, my life's dominated way too much by work.
I know. I'm only 18 and I'm not in any sort of education because, I don't know, I quit college before I could even do my A-levels because I needed to quit college,
I
otherwise
did
something
my
bad was going to
A-levels
happen.
and walked out of that psychology lesson and went, "I've had enough of this."
Yeah, nah.
I even sat my exams as well.
I just thought, like, uni, I'm not paying for 3 more years of education.
Yeah.
But honestly, most of my stories now are about work, and any stories that aren't about work, I can't talk about on a podcast. So,
I mean, I can, but I'm going to wait till I get enough money from something else that I can risk getting sacked.
see, I'm a guest. If I get sacked, that's it for me. I'm clawing her all the way. I have to claw on my phone bill. I tried doing that today, you know.
Do you know we got onto this? Because I looked at my notes and seen as slow as coastal erosion. One of my other favourites is, if your brains were dynamite, there wouldn't be enough to blow a hat off.
I think I've heard that one before.
It's a classic one,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah, if your brain should be dangerous.
Someone said that to me once, and I thought it was a compliment.
Oh,
No, I didn't really use it.
I was gonna say, yeah, that just sums up the same.
That guy had no hairline or teeth. He had the audacity to say that.
Oh, man,
So Joe, if you're listening, go fuck yourself.
oh, yeah. No, but like, I feel bad for people with bad hairlines. You got good hairlines, fair.
Class hair.
Mine's like,
And lucky for me, my dad died before his hair started going, so I don't know if I'm going to go bald not when I'm older.
like a magic 8 ball.
Well, no, he had a full headed bar. He had a full barnet when he died.
Oh, never mind, okay.
Yeah.
At least he went out with a, well, no, I think he went out with a bang, that's not the same, is it? He went
He
out,
went out the whip of that guy, man.
Oh.
Funny enough, there was a lot of this.
went out in style.
Used to be glass.
Remember that time? I forgot what you said. You said eat. What, he'd finish the beer and start banging on the
I
glass?
just poured the beer down and Father's Day present was just like recycled glass.
Like a beaver.
Nigel Bates, an alcoholic.
Well, was.
Yeah.
Sorry. To be fair, you know, oh no, I can't say that. That's not you. That's just too personal. So
Never mind.
I was going to put my father, but we're not doing that one.
Oh no, in fact, I remember like
Oh wait, is this when
in the office?
Yeah.
So this guy has a membership to the Odeon in Liverpool, so he goes to movies all the
Called
time.
Limitless. I get to go a lot.
18, he's 18 here, and he goes to watch Paddington 2 with his dad.
It's Paddington 3 because it's
Sorry, Paddington 3.
Paddington Bear in Peru.
Oh, I thought it was Return to Columbia. That's the next one, isn't
Well,
it?
Paddington's South American.
He's just fucking.
Paddington's got a meth lab.
He's just hooked on it. Fucking Escobar.
Paddington needs to go back to start the family business.
Yeah. He needs to build the Paddington name back up in Colombia.
Yeah, grandma. Anyway, go on, tell the story.
Yeah, and so a few of us are ripping into him, saying like, "Oh, you only go to cuddle your dad in the movies," and that's just bullshit sort of little boy insults and that about him cuddling his dad in the pictures and them, you know, the kissing scenes and that, and he just. It's his first ever pop at the shop at anyone, and he just goes, you're only annoyed and saying that because at least I can do something with my dad because he's not dead.
I didn't say that, I just said, you're just annoyed because at least I can go to the cinema with my dad. And then he just like started like wheezing, laughing, like how he is now. Like he went underneath a shelf as well when he was laughing.
I was laughing that much, I had to hide, and he instantly was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, because I felt really bad because it's just this like reaction, it just happened.
I was made up, I was like, he's finally bit back, he's finally done it. It's like, one of us.
It just happened, it didn't even mean for it to happen, it just... Yeah.
It's like when Stringer called you something like bitch tits or something. He made a joke about moves, and I started laughing, and he just went, what the fuck you're laughing at?
I remember that on the front desk.
I had to crouch down behind the desk while laughing too much.
What do you know, mate? Oh, wait, well, lefty loosey, righty tighty. No, righty tighty, lefty loosey, there we go.
I said you're going to be okay to find your way home, but I don't give a shit.
I live about 2 minutes away, my friend, don't you worry. My way home is just a hop, skip and a jump. Well, hop, skip and a crawl, but...
Yeah, God, I hope you don't get buttoned on the way home.
Oh mate, don't you worry, there's an alleyway that I have to avoid, not because of that. There's these 3 men who wait for me maliciously, pants pulled down, garden shield. God, I don't know why I said garden shield.
Big fucking, I'm thinking like big fucking edge.
Time for woman, bum bum bum.
Get his belt, boy.
Get us in the house. Get it in the vice.
Get his belt.
I don't know why, but for some reason the film Finding Dory came to my mind then.
That famous scene of Finding Dory where they go, get his knob out.
The famous sexual assault scene in Finding Dory.
This bitch is just held down on and knobs off.
Poor Dory. All Dory had to find was help.
What's his name? Merlin or Marlin?
Marlin?
Nemo's dad's just on the floor, just motionless.
Nemo's dad's a raging pred. He ended up on nonce hunters. You know, I started I posted on TikTok recently some videos, and I got followed by 2 random accounts. One of them was called Thick Dick Daddy, and then the other one was called Nonce Busters, and I was like, is that a bad thing? Nonce Busters, it just followed me.
I remember. So I've definitely told you about this, as it was really big, and I was gutted at first, but then, well, this lad, I used to go like 5 sides in my school, really funny guy. I used to see him on the bus home once a week, because he worked in Superdrug. And every like Thursday or Friday we'd finish at the same time to get the bus home. It'd been like a month, and I was like, I haven't seen him for ages, wonder if everything's okay. That night, and I'm not joking, it was that night I was questioning it. I get a message in the group, and it's like, oh yeah, look at this, it's a video to nonsenses. He's been busted by fucking nonsenses. And when they can upload the video, it means he's already been found guilty.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh man, that was like...
None of us had ever spoke about it, right? No, I've never met anyone who'd actually addressed it. And I see this lad from school that I'd not seen since sixth form. So it's 12, 13 years, right? And he's on the bus, packed bus, and he goes, Ben, I'm like, Tommy, and he just goes, what about? And just shouts the guy's name out.
Oh, man.
So it was for how loud he's talking about it on the fucking bus. And
That's
fucking funny.
And the buses where we live are always,
Yeah.
they're always
What I do need to do is get my finger on that screen and see what battery I've got.
what we're working with.
Laughing 78%.
Oh yeah, never mind, don't worry.
I can't see how long this video is before we'll go to the board.
My dad had a similar issue to you. My dad's not a nonce.
That's why you left. Yeah.
My dad's actually waiting for me to get my pants down. Oh wait. Oops.
I just nearly farted.
I don't know why I said that.
But I'm fucking stopping it now. We've been in this for fucking.
He's not, by the way. My dad's a very nice man.
He's actually sad. He looks fucking solid, by
He's
the
just
way.
bald, that's all.
That's why he looks tough.
He's got no eyebrows too, and a mark on his head. He got smacked by a golf ball. Because some fellow was teeing off and he decided to walk in front of him and go bang! He got for like 220 headshot bolt sniper rifle. But anyway, speaking
You
of,
have to go envelope for that shot.
there's actually a medal about my dad in Call of Duty. But anyway, so on the note, so my dad's not a nonce. And
He is bald.
yeah, he's bald, no eyebrows,
Yeah.
he's not a nonce.
Has he actually got the eyebrows?
Yeah, well no he does, you can't see him.
Oh, but he was smooth, like a swimmer.
No beard, no eyebrows, no nothing.
He's a great swimmer.
He's just skin. But yeah, so
I hope your dad listens to this and be like,
he probably will because he listens to the podcast and he listens to the things that I do. So he's gonna listen to this. Oh, that's nice. Hey son, why are you talking about me not being a nonce?
His issue is with you. Why you say?
Oh no, he's not trying to be sort of like famous nonce like Gary Glitter. He's not trying to. I don't think Gary Glitter was trying to be a nonce, but let's say no, he was trying to be a nonce, but he wasn't trying to get caught for it.
So why are you saying I'm not a nonce? Oh my god. Just Gary Glitter is trying to be he's not trying to be a famous.
Yeah, you got bodybuilders. You got, actors, nonces.
Come on, like, you list, stop me, so we can make it top 5 nonces.
My dad wants a Netflix documentary. Preds of England. No, I feel bad, Dad, if you're watching this. I'm so sorry.
If he wears any of his predators, we could do a list of best predators and predators.
Yeah, he's got aliens versus my dad. He's not, because he's not. Oh, I keep saying these things. My dad is a lovely, lovely man. He's not.
Aliens versus my dad also sounds like he's a racist on the border in America. You damn aliens coming over me.
Yeah, my dad's actually passionate about immigration. So my granddad is a bit too passionate. He throws the N-word around like it's going out of fashion.
It's out of fashion.
Not for him.
It's been going out of fashion, it's out of fashion.
No, because he's a 71
Well,
year
does he
old.
wear chinos as well?
No, he's 71 years old, but he's still a plasterer. He just refuses to retire.
Who makes us plaster?
Yeah, he puts dents in your walls. Oh, I was going to say.
Like, he sees the colour of plaster and he goes, ugh.
He puts it on and goes, shit. It's white plaster or no plaster. That's his motto. He uses cork instead of plaster.
Oh my god.
Hey, what was I saying?
What are you wearing? So you're calling me dad and nonsense?
No, he's not. I just keep wearing things back. I was wearing the Disaronno that I bought. I caused my own issues. What was I saying? Anyway, so my dad's not a nonce. But
That's the clip.
I said, I don't know, we got it.
I'm going to try and clip that and just have that as a video.
Oh,
But that's not a nonce.
I swear down.
It's exactly what the son of a nonce would say.
What was it like? Gary Glitter or something?
We haven't even mentioned the Gary Glitter.
I don't even know how I got it. I felt like I had a good point and I just tried to defend my dad from an allegation that I accidentally made. No, because it's about those people in the alleyway or something.
I can't take it.
My stomach's hurting now. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus, Mary Joseph and the wee donkey.
Oh, another story for you, right? People in like my job work still take the piss out of me because
No.
this is for different reasons, not just the normal reasons. But my manager said something once, and then my colleague and like good friend Jasmine said something and I made a joke saying, "Oh, my mum used to say something similar to that." I was like, arms up for Joseph, pants down for Mary, and then oh god, I know I'm gonna call another one. My parents are nonce. For fuck's sake, guys, I've never been molested. I promise. I'm not. But anyway, yeah. So my mum, like, when I was like 4 years old, fuck me. This sounds like a confession, not a podcast.
Do you want me to pretend to be a priest?
No.
Go ahead, son.
He's gonna have my pants down in 5 seconds. No, so when my mum was 4 years old, when I was 4 years old, along sometime around, because I'd get dressed and undressed. And, Jesus Christ, the more I talk as it gets. I'm just gonna talk and you make of it what you want. So I'd be getting changed. My mum would help me and be like, arms up for Joseph. Joseph is in the carpenter. And then hands down.
Batman.
I don't know. He's carving wood. Carving my wood.
Guys.
But yeah, and then be like pants down for Mary. So you get your pants down, you get your knob out, and Mary's a woman, so yeah. And then I said that, but Zach, who we work with, he was recounting the story to Jake, and instead of saying that, he went, "Oh yeah, his mum used to say, arms up for Joseph, pants down for mummy." And then I had to go, "Jake, I've never been molested, I promise." And now, there was genuinely 2 people I work with who thought I'd actually, because this joke spread around, 2 people actually thought I'd been fiddled or something. Like I've got this
by some guy on the roof.
Oh, my mum. in the space of 10 minutes, I've just accidentally accused both of my parents.
Look, this isn't meant to be a self-help podcast, but this episode could be.
Yeah, if you are getting fiddled, we'll be if you are getting, I don't know, whatever the term is, molested, by whoever it may be, apart from yourself, then, or if you got like a BPD, like borderline personality disorder, then you could be molesting yourself. Anyway, that's a different note. That's someone else's podcast episode to film. But if you are getting molested, seek help. It shouldn't be happening. But yeah, that's my segment for charity. Don't get molested, people. Not that I would know.
Yeah, hashtag don't be molested.
Hashtag say no. I could be saying no to a lot of things. I was going to say... I'd have thought them, but I can't say that. Well, have you got any more notes, or should we think of something else, mate?
I was actually just thinking how useless these have been by the topics we've done.
Yeah, about me not getting molested.
And we've been stitches before we filmed this about you talking about how Gavin Glitter got caught.
Oh, yeah. So,
which is relevant to our jobs.
What I learned recently. So we get a lot of customers who come in, elderly customers, and obviously when you say to a customer, data transfer, so moving all your data from one phone to another. So a lot of people, even to people my age, that seems so difficult. But obviously for us, it's just, it's like...
It's literally most of the time just sign into an email address.
Yeah, that's all it is, because the phone does it all itself.
Yeah.
But Gary Glitter, obviously, he went to... Can we say the network that he went to?
Yeah, O2.
He went, actually, it's probably the news, isn't it? He went to an O2 store.
Allegedly, that's what we've heard. I'm just going to say allegedly.
Allegedly. He went to an O2 store. Yeah. And we don't know what phone he bought. It was probably...
He seems like a low-range Samsung sort of guy.
Like a Motorola.
Yeah, actually, like a cheap Android.
Something like that. Like he got a pay-as-you-go SIM and bought it outright.
Yeah.
Right, one of those type of people. And then he bought this. But in O2, they had this system. Well, actually, I know they did have this system. This isn't alleged. Where they would basically put the phones into this computer. And it would just do everything automatically. Because phones weren't as advanced then. And obviously, they've been transferring it going, yeah, there's his apps, there's his images, and there's... Oh! Well, that's not right.
Oh no.
Can't have that one in the O2 system.
You said that like a Scooby-Doo villain. Oh no.
I mean, I don't think Gary Glitter was a Scooby-Doo villain. I think he's a bit... To be fair. Oh, no, not to be fair, actually.
No, I think these are quite Scooby-Doo. He's quite cartoony looking.
Yeah, but I was going to say Scooby-Doo. None of the villains.
Well, they always say it wasn't those pesky kids.
Yeah, but he wanted the pesky kids, though. That was the problem.
That's what caught him, though. He got caught because of those pesky kids.
Oh, yeah, but, like, he was... Oh, I just think, like, why, like...
Just do it yourself. If you have that, if you have anything on your phone that can get you nicked,
yeah,
transfer it yourself, man.
I mean, he's just such an idiot. Like, and also, It just, I mean, never mind the fact she's a fucking nonce.
Like your dad.
Like, that's not nonce. Neither is my mum. No, because the more I talk about it gets, it just sounds like I'm going, I didn't get raped. Oh, well. Anyway, off that topic, because, yeah, we don't need to go there. That makes it sound like oh, Jesus Christ, I'm just going to not talk anymore. I'm fine, guys. No one's ever been there that shouldn't have been there. But, well.
I am glad to see him in your own age.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes. Because, you know, like, it can be alluring, you know, like the thrill of the 92-year-old man.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's like, how do I put it? If you've ever played a game and you put it on the hardest difficulty, that's like getting a 92-year-old man cock up. Like, that's what it's like, guys.
I imagine it's like that game, it's like, bop it, twist it,
Suck it.
Yeah. Work the shaft.
No, because it is, I'm glad to talk from experience there. Yeah, guys. I'd actually go into old people's homes and go to people with dementia and go, right, guys, come on. Then I'll move up my hands and get to work.
Like what keepers do with the gloves before a penalty.
I think, when you say keeper, it's like a beekeeper or something. And
Yeah, famously they spit on a hand before they put it in a hand.
that was my work experience, wanking people off.
Well, beekeepers in the suits.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, how did we get onto this? Why is it always circling around to me them getting molested?
So your parents are nonsense and you wank for a beekeeper?
I wanked for a beekeeper. Yeah, I got stung on the eye for it.
No, not like that, like Liverpool's beekeeper, Kelleher.
Oh yeah, that's why I left. Got too close and personal to me. Sorry if you're watching Kelleher. Or Calmean as your name is. So I'm saying that it's made up. I think that's his real name.
That's something Irish.
Yeah, can't pronounce it.
Yeah. Can't pronounce it or spell it.
No, I can probably spell it. Actually, no, I can't.
I can't understand.
I can spell my own name right now, to be honest. Have you got... Is that a lint candle that you've got there?
I'll be honest, the missus just loves candles. It's for show.
Oh, okay.
It's not a lighting candle.
I thought it was for Lent. Like she like fasts or something for 40 days. I was thinking about doing Ramadan when it next comes around, you know.
Jesus fucking Christ. You drinking?
No, that's a genuine thought. Like
To see if you could.
yeah, like I don't know, 'cause, like
It's,
I respect like Muslims
I
that do
couldn't do
Ramadan
it.
because it's just
like I intermediate fast, so I don't eat till like 1 or 2, but you can't even drink. Nothing can pass your lips.
nothing. Not even the priest.
No, after that you can't have sex when you're fasting.
Oh no, I just like I don't know. It just seems so difficult. I mean, obviously like, imagine going to work doing a full shift and when you go on your break, you have to just sit there and.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, yeah.
I couldn't.
Like, I can't imagine getting to 4 in the morning eating a fucking spaghetti bolognese
I was like,
and then having nothing for 16 hours.
this one we definitely can't name names. There's a colleague in another store of ours. Postcode begins with W.
Turns out I can't lip read. You're going to have to tell the story and hope.
Okay, so I'll tell the story. I'll try to lip read it to remember. I'll tell the story and hopefully realise it. So about people doing Ramadan. There's an English woman who I've worked with her a few times and I've had to cover in that store.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah, he knows now.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise.
That first going W.
Begins with, no, it's not just that. It starts that, then something.
Ah.
W something.
Right, okay.
But yeah, she's really nice. I met her a few times.
She actually is lovely.
Yeah, she's kind of lovely.
Yeah.
But she's been in like 3 abusive like marriages.
3?
Yeah, no, two, sorry. But she seeks them out. She goes on like, I don't know, Tinder, but for passport abuse. Because like she goes to this, there was a colleague of mine, actually Zach, who he described it as she went to Nigeria and got shagged in a tin, bummed in a tin can. That's the way he described it. Which to be honest is actually kind of true. From what she's told me as well. But
To be fair, she's told me, and I'll be honest, that's simplified, but not far from
yeah,
the truth.
it ain't too far.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when I say tribal chief, that isn't even like, it was generally like the chief.
Well, there remains.
I mean,
That's it.
yeah, but I don't.
The tribal chief was just bummed doing it.
Well, got his UK passport then divorced her.
To be fair, you leave that.
No, that's what they done. These people, she would go over there, like to their country, do whatever she got put on like the sacrificial bed, or the sacrificial, stilts, whatever they called it. They would do whatever they were doing, bring her back to the UK, get her passport, then divorce her.
So the person in the first take of this we did, the done one, who misspelled CCTV.
Oh
After
yeah.
asked me how to spell CCTV. So she asked me how to spell CCTV. I said, there isn't 2 T's in it. I made the exact line was, no, whatever her name is, there isn't 2 T's in CCTV. She still persists to spell it wrong. She did the same thing.
Yeah,
Same thing happened to her.
It doesn't shock me though. It's a certain type of person. It's like me asking like, what's a word that's just like letters? I don't know, like
All of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a word that's just letters. Jesus Christ.
What's a word that's made up of letters?
I think it's time to wrap this one up, fellas. No, but what's like an anagram? What is it? You know, like CCTV. It's just a bunch of letters, but made into a word. That's still a word. Jesus Christ.
What you mean an anagram?
Yeah, an anagram.
You literally said the word anagram, asking me what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like an anagram. What is it? An anagram? Yes.
It's that one. No, but like people like, I don't get how you can do that because it's if someone's pronouncing. It's like me saying like, oh yeah, I've got this drink, but no, I've got this drink. If someone says a drink or DRI or whatever, it's obviously an anagram. But CCTV, I mean, I don't know what CCTV stands for.
No idea.
But what's worse is we serve stupid people. Then when you have to work with a stupid, oh hello toast. It's just this cat, sorry.
That's my cat who's not stroking cooked bread.
Yeah, don't worry guys.
Yeah.
Don't do that at your house. But yeah, when like I don't know what CCTV stands for, but when you work with stupid people as well and having to serve them, you feel trapped mentally.
Yeah.
Like you're just stuck.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think we're both fucked.
I think this went down when we started calling your dad a nonce.
I didn't call him a nonce. I said he wasn't a nonce, I just accidentally called him one.
He said, so, why are you saying I'm not a nonce? Like, you'll be disappointed.
Oh yeah, and then Aliens versus my dad.
This is a mad little segue. Are you too old for the Chuckle Brothers? I mean, too young.
I mean, I don't know what they are, but if I see 2 people who are complete retards, I go, oh look, it's the fucking Chuckle Brothers, but I don't know who they are.
Kind of like that, the slapstick, right? If 2 people ever looked like nonsense, that nothing ever came out about them weren't, which is the case with them too.
Oh, okay.
Do you know, like when you look at old pictures of Jimmy Savile and you go, that guy's a fucking nonsense?
Yeah, how didn't people see it?
Yeah, how was that not public knowledge? Then he's fucking fiddling orchids in the Pied Piper. You look at them two and go, oh, great show by the way, fucking great show, I loved it. But you look at them two going, they've never diddled a kid. That's fucking they can't profile anyone.
When he said about the show, then I thought he meant Jim will fix it, but now I realise.
I had a colleague
Well,
who
God,
was
where's this
actually
going?
mates with me brother growing up. It was really small world stuff. Funny fucking guy, he was amazing. His name's Chris. And he was so funny and he pulled me aside once and said, when I was a kid, I wrote into Jim will fix it to meet Steve McManaman. And at the time, I was really gutted that he never let me on the show. But now I'm glad because he would have destroyed me hoop.
Oh God.
And then he just walked off drinking a can of Coke.
Well, that's what he said.
He walked in off his break, opened a can of Coke, took a sip, said that, looked at me, and then just left.
So on the note of my dad not being a nonce, my dad's met Jimmy Savile. Because my dad is from Leeds.
Was he even part of the club?
Yeah.
In the clubhouse?
He was like the Robin to his Batman. His Batman was a nonce.
He's done it again.
Sorry. It doesn't matter. Well, no, that makes it sound like I'm just admitting to it. No, he's not. Well, there's nothing to admit to. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have let me on this. Okay, I'm going to call the police outside my door. But yeah, my dad met Jimmy Savile at this like convention with my dad and his friends. And my dad shook hands with him. And there's a running joke in my family that my dad's been bummed by Jimmy Savile, not just by some random boy.
Oh my God.
So you never know. But I was going to say something, I can't remember what it was. About what was it? About a story that you told me once. No, not Jimmy Savile, but a story you told me where this fella he shook up his can of Coke or something.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah, go on.
So I used to.
Have you already told this one before? I don't think you have.
Oh, I don't know.
Go on, do it.
So I used to be really bad with pranking people. I don't know I'm a manager because it's classic bullying, I guess.
You still are. He was my manager, and I thought I lost my phone once because of him.
Oh my God, yeah, you just got a new phone and I turned it off. No. I hid it. I
Yeah,
pretended to phone it.
In the circle of some loo roll.
In this, I pretended to phone it, be like, hello? Yeah? Why have you got this phone? This is my colleague, so why have you got it? And he was shitting himself.
Yeah, and then he got my colleague in on it, Zach. I went bring my empty phone case and going, I just found this outside.
Yeah.
And I thought my phone had just been nicked.
He was having a little panic attack, maybe, like, it's funny that. But yeah, this guy, right, he's actually just got sacked, this guy.
Really?
I was in his disciplinary hearing. It was really sad.
Oh, it's about the disciplinary hearing.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing disciplinary hearings?
No, I was his support.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unlucky on the defence. Did he deserve to get, like...
Yeah, it was sad, but he kept fucking up compliance. Like FCA ID scans and stuff, so...
Yeah, that's stuff you can't fuck up.
Yeah, you get enough warnings as well, so the right was on the wall. But anyway, I used to always actually prank him, and one time he had just a can of Coke, and he used to have baby oil for the chrome in the wear.
Oh yeah,
the chrome looked really shiny. So I baby oiled the outside of his can of Coke, and his wife was in labour at the time, so anytime he got a phone call, he'd run to the back, be like, everything okay? So he runs to the back, tries to grab this can of Coke that's open, and it flies out his hand, explodes on the wall, and goes fucking everywhere.
It was like a full can of Coke.
Yeah, and I just went, I'm not helping you, man. And I just went back out to start seeing people, and he's just like, no kid on the way. And he's like, oh my god, and I walk in the back, and he's just got like the towel, and he's only short, he's like 5'5", and he's trying to be just the top. And I just walked in the back with my can and was like, oopsies.
Remember the best when you told me is our colleague Jake, where you locked him in that weird electric cupboard?
Oh no, I felt so, yeah, it's funny, but I felt bad. So we had a little in the shop with his assistant.
Jake is a lovely guy, by the way.
He's one of my best mates.
Yeah, which is so
I still
nice.
speak to him all the time.
And he doesn't cause problems for anyone.
No, he's great. It's like a 3x3 little electric cupboard. And I don't know, because of some trauma he had in his past, he was really claustrophobic about being in locker rooms. So I asked him to get something out of it. Boom, key in, lock it. And he tries to phone me 3 times. And it's not until the third call, after 5 minutes, he picked up and he's like, Ben, I'm not being funny, I don't want to kick off. You got, please let me out, man, please, please. And he's having a full-on panic attack. And it's the only time I've ever gone, ooh, I'm sorry. I want super gloomy old managers lunch together.
What about a fella's bike that used to like sellotape to a wall or something?
I've got photo evidence of that. We just found a roll of electrical tape, so we just sellotaped everything. And then there was an electrician in the shop that day, and he went, "You sellotape his own bike?" And me and this lad were like, yeah. He goes, alright, gives us a full of a roll of electrical tape. He was like, use that as well. So we taped the bike, the body, round each bit of frame, the man top, the spokes, the rest of the wheel, hand, everything was taped. And we still had half hours for like sound. So we taped it 6 feet up onto a gas pipe. And then I'm off the day after.
Yeah.
And there's what's called a bus tour visit, which is head office coming around to different
shops.
shops.
Yeah, and this isn't like just a normal, like, you know, tour. This is very, very important for the shop. This.
Like the shops get grading on it, and it can affect a lot.
You need this to go well.
Yeah, so
it can affect your pay.
They open up this room, he's called the rat room because it used to be rat infested. And you open it up and they're like, whose idea was it to take a bike to a gas pipe? And the manager's just like, obviously had nothing because there's a mountain bike taking a fucking gas pipe.
Yeah, and the manager, what do you even say about that?
There's nothing you can say. Somehow never got bollocked. No one ever mentioned. It was never mentioned, right? Guy comes back off holidays in Vietnam, right? For a month. Comes back off holiday. Takes the tape off his bike. Next day brings it back in. So I get the baby oil. And I'm like, oh, this will be funny. I baby oil his bike seat and his grips. This is my favourite thing. Bike seats and grips. And I stopped at the brake pads. I went to do it with my voice in the
because you kill him.
Yeah, because you'll be
we won't be filming this, going to be done for manslaughter.
You'll be going down and pull the brake and not stop.
Just go faster.
Just straight into traffic. Right.
You get a call comes and he's not coming in the next day because he's fucking dead.
He gets in the next day and he's like, you're fucking nodding. And I was like, oh yeah, this. So what happened? What was awful about? And he goes, he lived a 10-minute bike ride away. He went, it took me 45 minutes to get home because he had to walk his bike. And he said, if he sat down and rode, every time he would pull the brake, he would he slipped off the seat and it's his nuts on the frame. And if he stood up to ride, his hands would slip off the grips and he'll hit his chest on the handlebars and fall off the cliff.
He just started levitating, basically.
He said both of those things happened to him. So he had to push his bike out. But B-Boy was really hard to get off stuff.
I remember one time I went out with a friend and I thought I'd be funny because I nicked his AirPods from his pocket because I'll do a prank. This was like when I started working at 3 and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do a funny prank because, you know, pranks that seems like it'd be funny. And I just buried his AirPods under some sand. Because we were just sat on the beach drinking and I buried them. And then we walked away, got 25 minutes away from the beach, and he was like, where's my AirPods? And I was like, oh fuck. And I forgot, I just buried them, I forgot where I buried them, and he still hasn't found his AirPods. And I had to buy him new ones. So I just fucking buried them in the beach. But I didn't just dig a little bit, I got in my hands and like scooping the sand away. Because he went to Morrison's to get me and him some drinks. I stayed there.
So he was being nice.
Yeah, he paid for drinks, and I thought, oh yeah, good one here. I'll nick his AirPods from his pocket and fucking bury him. And I lost him.
Even if you never lost him and he found them, they would have been goosed because he would have had sand every time he put his earphone.
No, they were good AirPods as well. They weren't like rip-off ones. They were actual Apple AirPods.
You buried them. The second you take one step away from where you buried them, they're gone.
Yeah. No, because we walked about 25 minutes and I was like, huh. And I didn't say anything. I waited for him to say something and I was like, oh, I don't know. Then we talked about 5 more minutes and I was like, yeah, I buried them. And then we went back to look and we were like, oh fuck. And I thought he was going to kill me that day. But nah, I just bought him new ones.
He didn't say anything. You were like, do I even own up to this?
No, because I was like, right, if I own up to it, it's going to kill me. And the further we got away, the more he was panicking. I was like, I've got to run up to it. And just tell him, yeah, I buried him like treasure.
Buried him and left a map.
Some random twat's just going to go, oh, AirPod. Someone's actually going to find something with a metal.
They're going to wash up on a beach somewhere.
Some like random like Taiwanese man's going to go, oh, if you're Chinese by the way, sorry, Taiwan's not a real country, if you're Chinese, I'm sorry. But some random man from an Asian country, he's just going to find these AirPods and go, wowzers. Well, he's not going to say it like that. But if I say it like...
Great Chinese accent.
I'm not going to say how he say it, otherwise he might not be able to learn it. But yeah, he'll just find some AirPods.
That classic Chinese.
Wowzer Rudy.
Yes, mate.
Yes, sir.
AirPods and Reebok.
I had a customer the other day. It's not China, it's Thailand. Yeah, just in case you wanted to know. But yeah, this guy come in and he was an older white man. Because of course, you know, it's Thailand. And he's coming in.
Oh, I thought you described the guy from Thailand as an older white man.
No, because this older white man's coming in. And he gives me his phone because he was checking, can I make international calls? And I was like, oh, where are you trying to call? Bangkok Airport. And I was like, of course you fucking are.
We get that so much.
I didn't say that to him. But like, you know, he wants to make these international calls.
It's only or Bangkok.
Yeah, because Bangkok is one they quite literally want to bang some cock. Or cock to bang them. Cock bang. But like, this time, I don't know, I didn't ask, I didn't get that far. Well, I never asked that anyway, it's not part of the customer service bit, but...
You're going there for some lady boy,
yeah, you're trying to get some bum in, yeah, mate. But, and then I go on his phone, and he's got all these learn Thai. Or another fella, actually, went on his phone once, because he had some issues. And he was getting like uppity and like rude to me about, you know, I pay my phone bill, why am I getting all these viruses? He had the Pornhub app. He had apps for these things, and I just thought like, oh my god, mate, like, you know,
Jesus Christ.
I think you still worked during this point, but it was my con shift.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you've got all these viruses because you're downloading APK files for things I didn't even know existed.
Poor man was
He was in the other day.
No.
You know when I can't say this is a mic giveaway, but you know when Yeah. So he was in because it wasn't working for him. I mean his cock is probably still working. Yeah. That's not the point.
He used to come in and ask the female employees if they wanted to.
Yeah, we have I think we have like 4 now.
Yeah.
Well, we did. I can't say that. I was gonna say we got 4 now. But And he would always. I remember one time I tried to and he's like, no. I want girl. And he had a daughter as well,
Yeah.
which
It
is.
got to the point where I said to him, no women are serving you.
Yeah, he's banned from the store now, you know.
Yeah.
You have to ban him. And he's called Porn Man because am I allowed to say what he was showing?
Yeah.
Okay. He come in and he had one of these like tablets that we'd sell. We still do sell them, but he'd have a tablet. And he's shown it to one of our female colleagues and it was
I've seen it.
Am I allowed to say what it was?
Yeah.
It was scat, hentai, like teenage daughter and the teenage stepdaughter stuff.
The one I seen was a Japanese stepdaughter vomit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a coal miner.
He looks like his face hasn't developed properly.
Yeah.
Like he's made up of scar tissue.
You got halfway through the character creator and went, I'll fucking do it.
He's like an Oblivion randomised face.
Literally, yeah. He does look like a coal miner though, like with his eyes, his face.
Yeah, he does.
And everything, but he was just disgusting. And that tablet, I didn't want to touch it because I had like dried smeg on it or something.
Yeah, remember when he said, I like Putin. If anyone crosses me.
And then he said he was going to slap you.
Yeah, he's going to come in and slap me. And I was like, alright, and he come back in and didn't.
Yeah, when he come back in the other day, Meg said to him, like, you can't be here. You know, why phone not work? And we had to explain it to him, but, it was just I mean, we've had a few people who've been banned from the store, like crazy Italian woman.
Yeah, apparently she kicked off not long after I got moved.
She kicked off at me, because she was being disrespectful to another colleague of mine called Mia. And Mia's one of the most lovely people.
Yeah, Mia's so lovely.
Like, she's just...
Quiet.
Mia was right in what she was saying to this woman. We called her I mean, she wasn't even Italian, by the way.
No, she was actually Romanian.
Yeah.
She had an Italian passport.
But yeah, she had an Italian passport, so we called her crazy Italian woman because she was crazy. She had an Italian passport, and she was a woman.
She loved me.
Oh no, she always,
some reason.
she goes like, where Ben?
Yeah.
Because she just wanted, and then we tried to send her back into your stuff.
Shit houses. I know you've been doing that with people.
No, we haven't. Promise you we haven't. But yesterday, we gave you 3 DC deals the other day.
Like the one who dropped the phone down the grid.
I don't think any of us actually sent it to your store.
Mia admitted that. Yeah, I don't know if Mia did it, but you admitted that someone did it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, and I was like, you fucking shit houses.
It would have been either Stringer or...
Yeah, I can see a beat Stringer.
You definitely would have done that.
Yeah.
But this crazy time, she just come in, she was, because she had like 14 months left on her contract.
Very aggressive as well.
She was rude. I was talking to her quite normal. Not even like I'm talking now, it's quite normal. She's slamming the table, shouting at me, telling me I don't know what I'm doing, saying that Mia's a stupid girl. When Mia was right, because Mia works there.
To be fair, it's when they get personal, I just go...
Yeah, when you're disrespecting... If you disrespect me, I don't care.
Disrespecting the job and the job title and what we represent is one thing. But if you get the person, then it's like...
Yeah, when it's personal, that's when I take off my work badge. I almost said it again, then we almost had to redo this while I've only been recording. That would have been interesting.
I'd have killed myself.
Yeah, me too, to be honest. I would have smashed my on the desk.
Yeah.
But, she would just... I don't know, when you disrespect, the company, that's fine, I don't care. Or my role, that's fine, don't care. But me, personally, as a human being, or a colleague in any way, that's when it's not tolerated anymore. Because that's when you just, instead of looking at, customer consultant and customer, then it goes from just person to person, and I'm like, I'm not having that anymore. Yeah. You're just rude. I can tolerate rudeness because some people just don't know better. But when you are generally just being a nasty person, that's when it's too far.
Yeah, we actually sadly get that a lot.
Yeah. I think my store's worse than yours.
Oh, it's not even close. Yeah. Well, I had a good adrenaline pumping kick off once a week. In your shop and in mine, I've had one since I've been there since March.
We had like a 4-day streak where there was like 2 people every day. And I mean big kickoffs.
Yeah, so that's what told me that.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I've been squared up to so much in your shop. It's ridiculous.
Remember that guy who wanted mine and your names and our addresses, and he went outside and took a picture of the store.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot all about it.
But these people, they do this and then they realise, I'm a moron, and they don't do anything.
You go, oh wait, I am in the wrong.
Because the second they try and take this to someone who's important and that person has brains, then they just get shut down.
Yeah. Well, similar thing happened to Courtney, who's my partner. She works in, she's an assistant manager like I am in another shop. She just went to court for a customer.
Just recently?
A couple of months ago.
Really?
Yeah, customer got found guilty of it wasn't assault, but it was an off branch of assault.
Was it spitting or something?
No, that was happening. That was years ago. That customer spat at it. Yeah, that was. But this woman just threatened her.
Oh.
And they ended up taking her to court and she got sentenced.
Oh, yeah, fair do. Because, like, do you know what? I'd say the area that his partner works in, we both live close to. I went to a school near that area.
Yeah, so
And it ain't a nice area.
yeah, it's
that's somewhere you need to make sure your pockets have zips.
yeah, it's actually so that area where she works, it's Birkenhead. Just I'm from this, it sucks, ain't it? It's mostly a shithole.
No, man.
Yeah.
I'm from Leeds, but I lived here pretty much all my life. So.
Roads in there been on benefit shooting Channel 5 and stuff, so it's fucking.
It's just the people who live there are just. It's weird. It's like from the womb. You know, you come out, they pop out the womb with a spliff in your hand, like it's.
But you're either unbelievably sound or just a knobhead.
I went for an interview at a Sports Direct on there. I remember I asked my dad to come with me because I just don't know. I wanted to go out with him after and go to the cinema. Or not so much planning.
You want to cuddle with him?
Yeah, basically, I needed cuddling to help me. And there's a guy he'd just been beaten up in an alley, and then he's walking around like smacking like this pound hand wall and smacking on things. Two people, like policemen next to him, going, "Who wants it? Whoever fucking wants it, I'll give it you." And I said to my dad, like, "This is why I don't want to work here." And then I had the interview and she offered me an 8-hour contract for £4.50 an hour. And I just went, nah.
Wow, I'd have gone and said, "I'd scrap him."
Even the woman who interviewed me, she said, "You don't want this job," and I was like, "Oh well, that's motivating, isn't it?"
Look, mate, you don't want this job.
Yeah, instead of me trying to sell myself to her, she's basically telling me to fuck off. But in like,
take it. You're too young and innocent to take it.
no, fact, she was literally telling me, "Go uni, don't do this." Because 8 hours for £4.50 a week, that's like what, 36 quid or something. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, that is just over 100 quid a month.
Mate, 100 quid a month. Oh, Christ, I mean, we even do that. Like, 100 quid nowadays, like 100 quid 20 years ago used to be so good. Now if someone offers you 100 quid,
It's a handful of meal deals from Tesco. That.
No, not even being funny. It is.
Yeah.
Like if you
Look at the Mackey's meal now. It's
£100 is about 92 Tesco finest meal deals. I don't know why I know that, but it is.
It's actually a lot less. The Tesco finest meal. The finest ones are a fiver.
£5.25, yeah.
Yeah, it's 20.
So £5.20 is 100. Oh shit, yeah. Oh my god.
You can't even get a month's worth.
Fuck. Oh man. That's actually quite upsetting, that. So I went to Tesco the other day, got our finest carbonara, $5.25 down to $2.27. I took a picture of it.
That's belter.
Yeah, it actually made me quite happy. And what I like to do is, right, when I'm eating my food, if it's reduced, I have my food there, and then I have the label there with the reduced sign, so every bite tastes better because I know it was reduced.
Yeah.
It's quite sad, but
I dig that.
I dig that too, man. I dig it a lot. Apart from when I drop it on the floor, and then I've got carbonara stains on my shoes. I need to wash my shoes. Mate, I'm blooded, you know.
Same. I was about to say, I reckon that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I've had too many beers and two of them, and I'm up, and I didn't want to check the time.
I've had an allergic reaction to a cat, and I'm drunk. So I'm...
That's it. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Thank you for coming round.
Thank you for inviting me.
Peace.
Bye.